Let's talk about researching new markets. It's a lot of fun getting to know different areas, but it can also feel overwhelming because it's easy to get lost in all the data, the news articles, and all the metrics. I want you to know I've been there too, caught up wasting my time Googling a certain market, so you're not alone. Hey there, I'm Greg Butcher with BluSky Equity Partners. In this video, I'll share the 10 key things that I look for when researching a new market. The top thing, the number one thing that probably has the most weight, is job growth. The reason that job growth is so important is that it carries the rest of the growth in that market. Tied with job growth is population growth. Now, what you don't want is population growth without job growth, because that means there's something else going on. The population growth alone might just be temporary, but a market with steady job growth will ensure the population growth will continue for years to come. Now, don't misunderstand this though. You can't only have job growth. You need job diversity in a market too, because you don't want all the jobs going to one single sector. Think about the analogy of putting your eggs in a single basket. If that sector folds, it's going to affect the population growth and probably several of the other items we're discussing here. So in addition to job growth and population growth, you want to make sure that any given market has good job diversity. Next, you want to find a market that has a landlord-friendly legal climate and low taxes. You're also going to want to look at the cost of living. You'll want to find a market that has a relatively low cost of living, especially when compared to the median income of the area. This comparison is an indicator that will tell you whether people there are able to live comfortably or not. This will show you that as real estate prices rise, there's still some room for growth. In fact, these last 3 points are major reasons why I don't invest in California, even though it's where I live. The cost of living is high, the taxes are high, and the landlord-tenant laws are very adverse to landlords. Next, while it's not a must, it helps if there are geographical barriers to growth. What I mean by that are things like mountains, oceans, lakes, or other physical restrictions that will keep a city from physically growing beyond a certain point. This is important because as a city grows and more buildings are built, cities with those physical barriers are not going to be able to expand beyond a certain point, which will drive real estate values upward over time. A few other important things to look at are the local news and local government. You want to find a place where things are happening, where there's a rich and vibrant culture, and that is supported by the efforts of the local government. That bodes well for the future of the market. Last, I always try to visit a market if I can. Now, as a passive investor, I understand you're in it to be passive. You don't want to do a lot of work. But if at all possible, if you can go visit a market, the visit will give you way more insight than any Google map ever could. So as you're researching markets, keep these key factors in mind because, as I said, it's easy to get bogged down in the details. As long as you have these 10 key metrics in mind, you'll be able to easily compare different markets and find the best ones that will work for you. Now that you heard the top things I look for, does this simplify the research process for you at all? Comment below and tell us why you previously felt overwhelmed or what you typically look for. If you're interested in seeing actual deals and returns of current and past projects, apply to join the BluSky Investor Club today. You can find the link down below in the description. Finally, if you like this video or know anyone who could benefit from information on real estate syndications, hit the like button, share this with them, and be sure to subscribe. I'm Greg with BluSky Equity Partners. Thank you so much for watching.